A delegation of 25 Columbia University faculty and staff, as well as New York City doctors, took the trip of a lifetime in the wake of the October 7th massacre.
I don't think there's anything that can compare to actually being here, physically walking through the ruins of Kfar Aza and seeing the devastation, seeing where people have been murdered and assaulted, sexually assaulted. Nova Festival, which to me was actually in a way the most surreal of experiences, because that was the kind of festival that I've been to before and would go to, and to just imagine that could have been me, that could have been my friends.
We come here with no political agenda whatsoever. We come here really in a fact-finding mission, and we're hoping to, when we leave here, to understand much more about this country, what it has gone through, to understand the trauma of its citizens.
Columbia University has been ground zero of anti-Israel and anti-Semitic demonstrations that hit a fever pitch when hundreds set up illegal encampments on campus. Jewish students and faculty feared for their safety, not only on campus, but also throughout New York City.
To see that so blatant, so open, without any repercussions, that's not the America that I was raised in. And then you ride the train in New York City, the subway, and people probably stand up and say, you know, if there's any Zionists on the train, now's the time to identify yourself.
Amy Warman, a professor for master's students at Columbia's School of Social Work, finds it complicated to balance her own experience as a Jew with the ethos of being a social worker.
Our mandate is to be able to treat everyone. Okay, we care about people's well-being, and that really is independent of skin color, race, ethnicity, geography, socioeconomic status. So that's the challenge, right? Trying to remember who we are, what our ethical obligations are, and stay true to that.
We've had so far around 20 universities who decided to cut collaborations on the institutional level. That is, we have agreements with these universities, and they said no more.
The delegation also met with fellow academics at various Israeli universities, including Tel Aviv University's Lowy International School. This group is the 10th delegation of university academics and students to Israel, following in the footsteps of University of Pennsylvania, UCLA, Harvard, and others.
Some people here are afraid to speak to media because they know that if that gets out, then they will have death threats for them and their children. And they say, we're actually feeling safer here because here we actually have freedom of speech. We could say what we want freely without feeling that we're subject to violence, without feeling
canceled.
That we're going to be canceled, you know.
Overall, this group and their Israeli counterparts are trying to put their minds together to find ways to pave a new path for the future.
How do we build a bridge? You know, whose model can we follow to do this? And we are also here to sort of bond with each other and form a cohesive group, so that when we go back to Columbia, we'll be able to sort of mobilize in the most effective way, based on who we've spoken to here and what we've learned.
In Tel Aviv, Emily Francis, I-24 News.